Welcome back. It's time for our Parent-to-Parent segment here on Alabama Live. In a couple of weeks, high school juniors in Alabama will be taking the ACT test. It's administered by the Alabama Department of Education. It's free, but it's also important to take steps toward college admittance. And here to tell us more about it, potential magazine publisher Pam Mashburn, and she brought along the owner and creator of Mathnasium, Monica Virgil. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Well, talk to us a little bit about what these kids have to be prepared for and why it's so important that they get ready for the ACT.
Right. So the ACT and your GPA are the two biggest factors to getting into college. And within the public college system here in Alabama, they also award scholarships based on this. And some interesting things that we found out is that most GPA, it's not weighted as heavily as the ACT because it's standardized. They say it's the same for everybody. And what we found is that, like at Auburn University, if you get it's out of a 36-point scale. If you get a 29 on the ACT, then you would receive $12,000 in scholarship. One more point to a 30, and you would get $32,000, $20,000 more.
That's
in
a
one
big bump.
point.
Yeah,
I know.
That's a big bump.
And I'll tell you what, Alabama State is got probably the best deal going around right now. But if you got a 24 on your ACT, you would get $40,000 in scholarship. That would be full tuition and books.
Wow.
One more point to a 25, which is very achievable. At 25, full ride, room and board, books, everything.
I wish I had known that when I was in high school.
$24,000 more.
I might have been an Alabama State graduate.
I'm telling you what. And
I had my heart set on Troy, though, and thank goodness I went ahead and did that. But yeah, there's so many opportunities. A fantastic school. But it's so important that they get ready. And we talk about Mathnasium. This is a franchise that is across the country, but you own the local one.
Yes, I do.
And talk to us a little bit about what you guys do to get kids ready, because they do want to know more about how to get ready for the ACT.
Yes. Someone came in and wanted to get some ACT prep, and they said, well, we'll wait to take the test and then we'll come back. Well, you don't have to pay to take the test. There are practice tests that you can buy, and just set your timer and take it yourself to see how you would do.
Is that what you would do?
That's what I and that is the approach that we take at Mathnasium. We give them a mock test on the math portion, of course. And we want to pinpoint specific weak areas so we can hone in and spend all of our time, because you know what you know, and you don't need to spend time on what you already know and what you're already proficient at.
So that's what you do. You give them kind of a test to see what they need to be tested on, and then you also find out where their weaknesses are, and you start an intense study of that right there.
Exactly.
Okay. Well,
and there's only like 6 times to take that test through each year.
Right.
So that's limited number of times you can take it, and it is standardized. So every time it's taken, it may have different numbers in it, but it's the same skill, so you can practice for it. So don't let anybody tell you you can't practice for it. We're big proponents of it. If you knew that you could earn an extra $20,000 to pay for scholarship or to pay for college, so that you didn't have to borrow any money, would you spend a little extra money to do some test prep, whether it's at home or for the Mashburns? We're not very disciplined. We'd have to go to a Monica to help us.
And that's how it's been in our family as well. I know that we've had a lot of success when we go outside of the home and even outside of the school, because it's something about hearing it from the teacher day in and day out. Sometimes they can't quite get through with that specialized area that they might need a little bit of more intense study and intense help with.
And one-on-one, which is what they're able to do.
Yeah, and you do that one-on-one. How are your hours, and how do they find out more about you?
Oh, they can give us a call at 356-1570, or they can check us out on the web at mathnasium.com/East Montgomery.
All right.
And the thing about math is, portion of the test, 60% of the test comes from basic skills that you learn way back in 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. And so when you're in the 11th and 12th grade, it's been so long since you've seen those. Like if I ask somebody, what is slope-intercept form? I'm like, what is that? I learned that back.
I got a little twinge right here. I don't know what you're talking about. But I'm sure though, if you came up with some curriculum or some studies or some problems, that it might come right back to me, just like riding a bike. It's just about getting that extra study in that part to kind of refresh what you already know.
But they build a lot of confidence with these kids, so when they go in, they know what to expect and they're ready to do well on those tests.
And that takes a lot out of that test anxiety and things that you might get. The more prepared you are, the better you'll probably do on those tests. Hey, if you want to know more about Potential Magazine, just pick one up. It's where teens and their parents hang out. You can find it anywhere. Look at that cute prom picture on the front of this. And Gymnasium. Check out her website. Thank you both for coming in.
Yeah,
have a great day, and have a great day. Try to stay dry out there. It's crazy. All right.